Hey everyone, welcome back. Are you tired of boring static web layouts? Want to learn how to create dynamic and responsive designs that stand out? Today, we're diving into the magic of CSS positioning. By the end of this video, you'll be able to position elements on your web page like a pro. Let's get started. This HTML code sets up a web page to demonstrate CSS positioning properties. It includes a main container with 12 colorful boxes, each with unique IDs, which will be styled and positioned using CSS. Now let's move to our CSS code. First, we set up the body with no padding or margin. We use CSS Grid to center everything and apply a dark background with a clean, modern font. Next, we style the main container. We're using CSS Grid again to center its content. We also add a white border for better visibility and set its width to 70% of the viewport. Each box is styled with a margin, fixed height and width, and centered text. We also apply a nice font size, white text color, and rounded corners. Each box individually has a unique background color, making them easily distinguishable and more visually appealing. Let's run the code. Static is the default position for all HTML elements. This means the element will follow the normal flow of the document, appearing in the order they are written in the HTML file. This position will not be affected by top, bottom, left, or right property. As you can see, this box stays exactly where it would naturally appear in the document, without any extra positioning. Relative positioning moves the element relative to its original position in the normal document flow. Here, we've moved the box. Notice how the box has shifted from its original spot, but it still takes up space in the document flow. The gap it leaves shows its original position. Absolute positioning takes the element out of the normal document flow, so it won't affect other elements. Instead, it positions itself relative to its nearest positioned ancestor. If no such ancestor exists, it will be positioned relative to the initial containing block, which is the HTML element. In our example, we've set the main container to have position relative. This makes main the nearest positioned ancestor for the box. Since it's taken out of the normal document flow, it doesn't leave a gap where it would normally sit. This means other elements will act as if it isn't there. In the live example, you can see the box is now positioned. It stays fixed at this position, even as other elements move around it. Notice how the box remains fixed in its position relative to the main container, regardless of other content on the page. Sticky positioning is a mix of relative and fixed positioning. The element behaves like it's relatively positioned until you scroll past a certain point, then it sticks in place. In this case, the box will stick to the top of the container once you scroll past it. Watch how this box scrolls with the page initially, but then sticks to the top once you reach a certain point. Fixed positioning also removes the element from the normal document flow, but it positions the element relative to the viewport. This means the element will stay on the given position of the screen, even when you scroll. Notice how this box remains fixed at its position on the screen, no matter how you scroll the page. It's always at same position from the edges of the viewport. That's a detailed and descriptive overview of CSS positioning with practical examples. Understanding these basics can help you create dynamic and responsive web designs. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more coding tips. Thanks for watching, and happy coding!